Tabletop gods is what we're going to be looking at today. I kind of enjoy this one, I think. It's definitely a solid piece of VR gaming enjoyment. It is kind of a hybrid between a MOBA, a tower defense, and a real-time strategy. I know that kind of doesn't really make sense just out on paper, but I think they did a really good job of putting something together that kind of mixes all those genres together without feeling like too much of one versus another. Start off, interactive menu, one of my favorite things. However, there's really not a lot to do on this one, but you can kind of move around. These little pedestals you see here with the numbers, you just kind of unlock a new scene as you level up. They don't really do anything. They're just kind of cool to look at. I don't know that I'd ever play enough to get all the way up to 55 and see exactly what that is, but for a starting environment, it's still pretty cool. But we'll get into the actual game here. Now, there is a tutorial. It will start up automatically your first time. If you kind of skip through it, you can go through here and how to play. It's not a great tutorial though, because basically there's these 4 sections, not a big deal, but they're videos with text and no sound that you kind of have to watch on this smaller screen and kind of figure out what's going on that way. And they serve their purpose, but I would say you're probably going to have a better time just getting in and get your hands dirty or watching a video like this one. One thing you probably do want to do before you start playing though, if you're going to skip that tutorial, I would get in here and check out the codex, because this will tell you the 3 main classes you have to choose from, which are these, and then some of the spells and traps of each of those. So I'm going to keep things kind of basic, but basically, get it? You're going to go through, and so like these are your knights, and there's just some pretty well written descriptions of the units and stuff. But of course, the further in you go, the more expensive and more costly the units are going to be, as you might expect in like a real-time strategy game or even a tower defense game. But it's still kind of a good idea to at least figure out which units are ranged, which ones are melee, and also, for example, the giants, their specialty is actually taking down towers, versus the knights, which their specialty is taking down units. So just kind of, if you want to pick a faction, maybe start and learn, I would say definitely humans, of course, are the bread and butter. So they're going to be the most easy to pick up. A couple different, you have some online things. So here's quick match. That's going to put you against the first one, first other person available. Arenas are kind of like lobbies for online play, so you can kind of set that up and look for a specific match or type, or maybe get a couple friends in there. I'm going to stick with single player, of course. Skirmish is just a one-on-one battle. You choose the map. There's 3 maps to choose from. You choose your opponent, and then you choose your own faction, and you go at it. Trials are the things I've been playing the most of, though. Really well done. Really kind of gets you used to playing the game. So we'll go ahead and just kind of replay some of these other ones. Do this first one just so I can kind of talk about it as I'm playing it, and kind of explain the little bit that you need to do or you need to learn. Main focus here though is the point of the game is to destroy the enemy towers and don't let them destroy yours. Pretty basic. So this is where the tower defense portion comes in, but also kind of a little bit of a MOBA, because you're going to summon these units. They're going to automatically go down these lanes and either attack an enemy unit or a tower, whatever they see first. So we'll just go ahead and get
humans
one.
Versus humans. Round 1. Prepare.
So this first preparation is you have a choice to set down. It automatically starts on traps. If you hold down your left trigger, you can choose between traps and towers.
Cannon tower.
This left trigger menu is very important, and I didn't realize that was a thing the first few times I played. So I actually did nothing but set up these traps and my knights my first time through, and I won. So this is very early, easy game mode here. You can let that time down, but basically this left trigger is your main menu for selecting your different units, or in this case, setting up your defenses. And then your right hand selects it and then puts them down. You get kind of a description of what each thing does.
War.
But again, I would do that in the codex. So the number above that you see going up is your mana. Mana is used to summon units. I'm just on knights right now. Gonna kind of play reactive for a bit. I'm not really worried about losing this because, like I said, the first time through I did nothing but knights. You can kind of see some of the fighting going on here. Get some more knights going. His giant's taking down the tower. Then my knights are going off to fight more of his knights. He's got a tower up here, shooting my guys. But these are the towers you want to take down, the enemy towers. Once you take down that tower, you can then start your units in that square. Can I get down here on the action?
Knights cost 4 mana. Mana generation has increased.
And eventually your generation gets higher, like mine just did. You'll get a boost once you do take down a tower. Or rather, once one of your towers gets destroyed. This is the very first challenge, so there's not really a lot going on. The AI is very forgiving and easy here. The movement is a little wonky. Your left stick actually rotates you, but also moves you forward. Then your right stick pretty much just moves you up and down. I would think it would make more sense to make the right stick rotate, but what do I know? I'm no game developer. So we can speed things up, maybe just do a full... Yeah, I had a spike trap just go off over here. Still has 2 left.
All of your knights are already in battle.
And there is a unit limit, obviously.
You have destroyed an enemy stronghold.
There we go. So he got some mana, but I got the tower, and now I can start my guys here.
An enemy troop has leveled up. Your knights have leveled up.
Yeah, so he used that boost after he lost his tower to set a bunch of stuff out at once. So you have your 2 main lanes on the side, then 1 here up the middle. Timers for the round.
6.
Well, you guys gonna get that in time?
4, 3, 2, 1. Round over.
So you're gonna go through 3 rounds of that. I'm currently winning 1-0, I believe, as far as towers I have destroyed. You're gonna go ahead and hit play, and then we'll go through another round of setting up towers or traps. The life or the health of the towers, I don't believe. No, it does not reset, so you can kind of plan your steps between rounds.
2. Prepare for war.
So yeah, let's maybe set up another spike trap there. Refill that one there.
You've already deployed the maximum cannon tower.
There we go. Oh boy, we should be good now. So I'm not gonna wait for that timer. We're just gonna go ahead and go. Let's keep with knights. We also have archers and these guys, but we're just gonna keep going knights.
Knights cost 4 mana to deploy.
These guys.
Knights cost 4 mana to deploy.
Nothing else. You want to get knights out just to keep them off your structures. Yeah, those guys just got hit by a spike trap. Those guys will too. Let's get that. Ugh. Let's see if we can't get this tower all the way. It's usually best to focus your efforts if possible. That should get them. This is where a giant would come in better, but
mana generation has increased. The enemy
There we go.
Lost a stronghold.
Lost another one. Let's push this left side a little bit.
Cost 4 mana to deploy.
So you can see your mana keeps going up as the game goes on, and you kill more units, take down more towers. Your knights just leveled up. So this is pretty much just a push against the push. Just keep pushing. It's not really strategic
Cost 4 mana to deploy.
at this point. That's a good way to learn the basics.
Cost 4 mana to deploy. Mana generation has increased.
Looks like we might be getting this tower here soon.
An enemy stronghold has fallen.
So now we can start guys all the way up here. Try and get that back tower.
All of your knights are all knights. An enemy troop has leveled up. All of your knights are already in battle. Knights are ready to deploy. Enemy troop has leveled up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round over.
Alright, so we got a little bit closer. Should be one more round. It's only 3 rounds whether you, unless you get all of their towers.
Prepare for war.
Let's load up this left side.
You've already deployed the max cannon tower. You have already deployed the maximum
well,
number
let's go.
of war. That's one less enemy stronghold.
Yep, got another one. So what, they got 2 left.
Knights cost 4 mana to deploy.
Actually gonna send everybody on the right side because I got those spike traps on that side.
All of your knights are already in battle.
Yeah, there we go. So we're kind of
All of
maxed
your
out.
knights are already in Knights are ready to deploy.
Just a matter of time.
Your knights have all mana generation has increased. The enemy has lost the stronghold.
And this is gonna be the final push right here. This is their last tower. Kind of don't care what they do to mine at this point.
All of your knights are already in battle. Knights are ready to deploy.
And boom.
Victorious.
That's how you win. So pretty straightforward, just who can kill the most towers, either get all of their towers or have the most after 3 rounds. Yay. No loot boxes, don't worry. So we'll go ahead and do, we'll do this one. I believe this is where you're going to be the undead. And so that way you can kind of see some, oh wait, this one? Yeah, I believe this is the one where you're undead. So just kind of see some different units.
Versus humans.
Yep. Same map.
1. Prepare for war. Spike trap.
Let's do there and there. That's all we need. So gonna be similar here, where you have your skeletons are kind of like your knights. They're weaker, but there's more of them. You have
Flesh lobbers.
lobbers, which are kind of archers. And then you have these shambling hulks, which are kind of like the giants. You also have spells up here. So this is a harden, I believe.
Harden.
Yeah, so that kind of gives a defensive boost to your players, your units in that area. And then there's fireball here, which we'll get into in a second.
All of your skeletons.
Yeah, they are not really sending out much.
Skeletons are ready to deploy. Skeletons.
Do some harden again. Gives a defensive bonus, all that good stuff. This is almost ready.
Generation has increased. Flesh lobbers. Flesh lobbers cost 4 mana
There we
to
go.
deploy. Skeletons. Skeletons cost 3 mana to deploy.
Yeah. These guys are gonna get... Oh, I didn't set that up in a good spot at all. Kind of use the same approach for these first few battles. Okay, here we go.
Fireball.
So we have a fireball. That does a huge amount of damage to units, but I also believe it hits your own units, so you kind of have to be careful. Let's see where we want to launch this. Yeah.
Skeletons. Fireball.
Somebody's gonna bring something over here, so let's do this. Boom. That's a pretty cool spell.
Have leveled up. Skeletons. Mana generation has increased. An enemy stronghold has fallen.
Yeah, alright. Making progress.
Shambling hulks. Skeletons. Harden. 3 mana to deploy. Skeletons. Shambling hulks. Hulks cost 7 mana to deploy.
So the main difference that I've seen between the humans and at least this undead is that the skeletons are cheaper, the hulks are more expensive.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, so yeah, we did some damage there. Not too bad. We need to go for the center tower here a little bit.
Prepare for war.
I think I'm just going to go heavy spikes over here again. Maybe one here.
You've already deployed the coffin cannon.
Maybe another cannon here. And then...
You've already deployed the spike trap.
I'm going to go up the center here.
Shambling hulks.
Let the spikes take care of that guy. Cannons, rather.
Skeletons. Fireball. Fireball costs 6 mana to deploy.
Come on, fireball.
Skeleton. Shambling hulks.
Skeletons are not very good against those cannons, that's for sure.
Harden.
Oof, that center tower is going to be rough.
Skeleton. Mana generation has increased. Shambling hulks cost 7 mana to deploy. Skeletons. All of your skeletons are already in battle. Shambling hulks cost 7 mana to deploy.
Okay.
Hulks cost 7 mana to deploy. Skeletons. Skeletons are ready.
Oh, I got too many skeletons out. Let's see what's going on over
7
there.
mana to deploy.
Can't put any hulks out. There we go.
Flesh lobbers.
good. I can actually hit that tower from there. Should have done that a while ago.
Skeleton. Skeletons cost 3 mana to deploy. Shambling hulks. Your hulks have leveled up.
Yay. Let's see, that one's almost gone.
And one less enemy stronghold.
Yeah.
Mana generation has increased.
If I can get out one of these 2 towers, I should be able to get the center part a little better.
An enemy troop has leveled up.
I'm not gonna get my tower.
Skeletons. Hardened. Skeletons. Hardened. Still hardened.
Oh.
Still charging a skeleton.
Yeah. If you're very clicky like I am, you might want to turn down the announcer. Sorry about that.
All of your skeletons are already in skip shambling hole.
Hit that.
10, 9, 8,
Ooh.
7,
Alright.
6, 5,
Still winning 2-0.
3,
It's softened up some.
1.
Should have put archers there earlier. Alright. I'm sorry, flesh lobbers.
Final round.
Let's get more
Prepare
spikes.
for war. You've already deployed coffin cannon.
Can I put? Nope, can't put any more of this. Alright.
War.
Let's go, go, go.
Skeletons cost 3 mana to deploy.
Well, they had the same idea I did.
Shambling Hulk. Harden. Harden costs 3 mana to deploy.
There, get those towers. I'd rather you get those cannons.
Skeleton flesh lobbers.
Ooh, got a little too close.
Skeletons. Skeletons cost 3 mana to deploy.
If nothing else, by the end of this video, you'll know how much it costs to deploy skeletons.
Mana generation has increased. Skeletons. Harden. Skeletons.
How close are we here? Pretty close.
Flesh lobbers. The enemy
There we
has
go.
lost a stronghold. Skeletons. You've lost a stronghold.
Oh no!
Shambling hulks. Skeletons. Hard. Skeletons. Skeletons cost 3 mana to deploy. Shambling hulks cost 7 mana to deploy. Mana generation has increased. All of your skeletons are already in battle. Shambling hulks. All of your hulks are already in flesh lobbers. Shambling hulks. Skeletons are ready to deploy.
Yeah, get that tower. Yeah, get that cannon. Get it. That'll help.
Skeletons. An enemy troop. Flesh lobbers. Fireball. Fireball. If the enemy has destroyed one of your strongholds.
Fireball's still charging. Alright.
Skeletons. All of your skeletons.
Let's push that metal.
10, 9.
Oh, that was a quick rap match.
7, 6, 5,
Still winning.
3, 2, 1.
Woo!
You are victorious.
We made a comeback. We still won. But yeah, you get the idea. There's a couple other maps, or tables rather. They're set up a little different, but it's still kind of the same way where there's multiple alleys or lanes to go through. And yeah, lots more units you could see on that main codex page. I really like this though. It's simple enough that there's not a huge learning curve, but there's kind of a decent amount of units that you could get different strategies, and of course playing against somebody else that's a little more challenging than what I'm doing here, as far as just kind of the challenges of playing someone else who thinks a little bit differently and stuff. Lots of good fun, especially if you're playing with a friend. Leaderboards, all those normal trappings, but Tabletop Gods, I enjoy it. It's a fun little romp for what it is, so I highly recommend it.